What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to talk about creating and modifying ductwork. Okay, so before we go to our exercise, so let us try first to create these different types of ducts that you will be using in the near future as you do your Revit project, your HVAC project. So let us try to create some of the duct that is available whenever you create your project using the mechanical template. So duct tool can be found on the systems tab. So there's the duct. So if you select the duct here, so you can see here all the types of duct that you will be using in your project. So let's start with oval duct. So let's use gourd elbow stops. All right, so I'm going to select that. I'm just going to zoom in, and then let me just create small segment. Let's say 2000. Okay, and then escape once. So notice that on my dock tool, I have here placement tools automatically connect. Here is enable so that every time I snap or click to one of the dock, it will connect automatically using the default fittings. All right, so I'm using here gourd elbow stops. So if I'm going to pick here and then create another duct, so that is how it looks like. So that is how your oval duct gourd elbow stops looks like. All right, so I'm going to cancel this. So this time, let's use the gourd elbow tees. All right, so I'm going to create another duct here. Right click, cancel, and then I'm going to click another duct there. There you go. So as you can see, from the name itself, it creates T. Okay, so there's the T. All right, and then this one is taps. Okay, so that one is tap. So I'm going to select duct again. So let's use mitered elbow stop. Okay, right click, cancel, and then let's create another one here. So let's have a look how it looks like. So there's the mitered elbow stop. Oh, sorry. So this one I'm gonna change to the mitered elbows tees. Okay, and then I'm going to use that one. I'll create again mitered elbows tees, and then connect one here. Okay, there you go. So in 3D view, this is how it looks like. So I'm gonna open the 3D view. There you go. So let me just hide the levels. Okay, you see? Seems like there's nothing different between the mitered elbows tees and mitered elbows gourd elbows tees. Okay, so that's how it looks like. Now the next thing that we are going to use is, let's try to use the rectangular. Okay, so we are done with the oval, so let's try to use rectangular. So I'm going to select rectangular mitered elbow stop. Okay, so this is rectangular. Let's pick. There you go. Right click, cancel, and then let's pick there. All right, so that's how it looks like. Okay, so mitered elbow stops. Now, so let's use mitered elbows tees. So you'll be able to create a T. So right click. Okay, so that's your mitered elbows tees. Now let's use radius elbow stop. Okay, so radius elbows, if you create an elbow, it will gonna be rounded. Okay, so it's gonna be a radius elbow because if you are going to use mitered elbows tees, this is how it looks like. So you see, all right, so that's how it looks like, right? So your radius elbow stops, elbow is like this, or the fitting, okay, or the elbow looks like that. So that's the tap. What else? So we also have here radius elbows tees, radius elbows and then tees. Okay, so that's the type. So in 3D view again, let's have a look. There you go. So these are the different types of our rectangular. Just take note that if you select that, you can always change the width of that and then the height as well as the elevation or the height of your duct from the current level, from level 1, from the reference level. Okay, so you can change from there. All right, so going back, so let us explore more our duct here. So we also have round. So let's check out our round duct. So let's select the tops. Okay, so this is the tops. So let's connect. So as you can see, there's your top. Okay, and then you also have tops short radius. Okay, so short radius. So pick another point. As you can see, it's short radius that you have here. So compared to the other one. Okay, so that one is taps as well. And then you also have T's. So let's check out the T's. T's. Okay. And then let's check out the T's here. There you go. So there's the T's. So these are the different types of the default dock that you'll be able to use when you uh, create your project using the mechanical template. Okay, so now let's go to our floor plan here, level 2 HVAC plan. So this is our exercise. So now that I have shown you the different types of duct, so what we are going to do is, let us try to create our duct here manually. Okay, so we will be using some technique or tools that will be able to create our duct. Okay, so aside from drawing it manually. Okay, so what we are going to do here is, the first thing that we are going to do, we're going to apply a duct color fill. Okay, so we are going to apply a duct color fill. So why is that? So duct color fills enable you to graphically view information about HVAC systems. Color fields in a duct provide the key to different attributes associated with ducts in a project. So after you apply a duct color fill to ducts, right? You can view the color scheme attributes for ducts based on various parameters. So for example, you can set the color scheme attributes for the ducts based on size, based on the flow, velocity, friction, or system name. Okay, so let us now apply duct color fill. So to do that, let's go to our Analyze tab. And then you can see here color fill or duct legend. Sorry, so we're going to use duct legend. All right, so let's pick the duct legend. Let's pick that one. And then we are going to place somewhere here. There you go. Now we are going to select there the type of color scheme for our duct color fill. So we will be using the duct color fill. So let us use the default one, the duct color fill color scheme. So I'm going to select here, okay. There you go. All right, so let me just close this one. Now, the reason why we are not able to see the legend here, it's because I have activated the crop here. So probably I'm just going to show the crop region here. And I think I'll just need to turn on the annotation crop. So let me turn on the annotation crop. There you go. So there's now the color fill legend. Okay, so duck color fill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select this one, the duck color fill, and then I'm going to edit that one. Let me just hide the boundary again. Okay, so I'm going to select this and then let me edit the color scheme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color fill here based on the based on the system name. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. So as you can see, the color here is showing based on the flow. So I'm going to change that, and then I'm going to look for system name. Okay, so system name, and then I'll just select here OK. So I'll just use the default colors here. So just OK. There you go. And then after that, I'm going to OK now to close the color fill legend editing. Okay, there you go. So it's now based on the system name. So let me just adjust this because it's too long. All right. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So as you can see here, we have our return ducts, right? Our last exercise, we have created our supply. Okay, so this time around, we are going to create our supply. I mean our return air. All right, so we are going to connect our return air. As you can see, we have some uh, air terminals here that needs to be connected to our duct here. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. All right, so to do that, so the first thing that we're going to do, let's say, for example, this duct here, I want to connect here. Okay, so the first technique that we are going to use is I'm just going to drag this. Take note that if you're having a difficulty creating your ductwork on the plan view, you can create a section. So from the section, you can create your ductwork there. Okay, so you can also go to the 3D view and then you can create your layout from the 3D view. So it depends. So for this one, I can create it only here, or I can create it in the plan view without having a difficulty. So I'm going to drag this and then making sure that it will align, something like that. You see it's now aligned there, right? So I'm going to pick. Okay, so while this duct is selected, I'm going to hold control and then I'm going to pick this air terminal. So when I select this air terminal, as you can see, I have the modify multi-select here. What you can do is you can use routing solutions. Okay, so it offers different routing solutions to connect system components for creating piping or duct layout. So let's select that one. And then let's see here, what are the solution that it's offering? Okay, so let's say that one is 4 out of 4. So let's check out the other solution like this one is 1 of 4. You have 2 of 4. That includes creating a flexible duct here. And then you also have 3 of 4. Okay, which is what we are going to use. So let's try to use this one. 3 of 4. I want to have a flex duct. Yeah, I think I want to use 3 of 4. Okay, so let me use 3 of 4. And then I'll just select here finish. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this layout and then I'm going to select here selection box. So it will create a separate 3D view for that. And as you can see, this is now the ductwork that we just created, right? So I'm just going to close the other views that I have here without saving it. I'm going to close this and then I'm going to type WT. There you go. Right. Okay, so that we can see also the 3D view here while we are doing our modeling. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is, as you can see here, there's another air terminal here. So I want that to be connected here. Now, in Revit, as you can see, even if you have here a mitered elbow, you can convert this to a T. So to do that, you can click that and then you can see a plus sign there. If you click the plus sign, you will notice that you will be able to create now another duct from that connector. If you pick that, you see you now have another connector there. So to create a duct, what you can do is you can right click this and then you can select draw duct. Okay, draw duct. And then you can select here the type of the ductwork that you want. So as you can see, the default is mitered elbows tees. Okay, so if you want, you can change that to mitered elbow stops. So I'm just going to use the default. So I'm just going to move that and then connect that to the air terminal. So just click, there you go. So let's check that out in the 3D view. There you have it. Now, what I want to do is, instead of creating a rectangular duct here, so what I want to do is, I want that to be flexible duct. Okay, so to make that a flexible duct, what you can do is, you can go to your systems. Okay, and then after that, there is a tool here that it's called convert to flex duct. So you can click the convert to flex duct, and then you just need to select the air terminal. So you select the air terminal, just click that one, and then you can see that it will now be converted to a flexible duct. Okay, so that is the default settings that you have when you go to the mechanical settings, right? Remember, you go to your rectangular conversion. So you can see on the branch side that you have here a flexible duct settings, the flex duct round, flex round type. Okay, right. Okay, so we have here another two more flexible duct. Now for this one, what I'm gonna do is another way of creating is using connect into. Okay, so what is this connect into? So connect into, it will allows you to add components and connect added components to an existing air system. So it also enables you to create the necessary ductwork to connect components to the existing system. Like for example, if I'm going to create somewhere here, for example, I'm going to create this, and then I'm going to right click, create similar. Oops, just close that one. Let's say I'm going to create a duct here. Okay. And then I'm going to click this, right click, create similar. Okay, and then I'm going to pick here. So check this out. So I'm going to select this, and then you can see here layout. So there's connect into. Take note that you can also use this on your pipe, not only on the duct. So you can also use that on your pipe. Okay, to your plumbing fixtures, to your pipe. Okay, so in our case, to our A terminal to and then to our duct. So I'm going to select connect into, and then I'm going to select the duct here, which is where I want to connect my air terminal. So as you can see, that's how it looks like, right? So connect into. So you click that, and then connect into, and then you click the duct, and then the Revit will connect that there. Okay, that is what we are going to do on our next air terminal here. Okay, so I'm going to select this, and then there's the connect into. Then let's select that duct, and there you go. As you can see, that's now our duct. Again, I want this to convert to a flex duct, so I'm going to select convert to flex duct, and then I'm going to select from here the air terminal, and there you go. Right? Okay, so for the last one, I can just simply drag this. Actually, you can click that. As you can see, I am doing it also in the 3D view, right? So I can create that in the 3D view. So I'm going to right click here, draw duct, and then I'm going to click there to the connection. There you go. Okay. So now I want that to be converted to flex duct. So I'm going to click that. There you go. Okay, so basically that's how you create your duct. And like what I have said, you can also create your ducting in section view. So like for example, I'm going to create a section here. So I create a section here. There you go. There's my section. And then I'm gonna double click this. So here's now my section view. And take note that as you can see, my duct here shows as a single line. So it's because the detail level here is set to coarse. If I'm going to change that to medium, so you will see that your duct will now show. And the reason why I create here a section, it's because sometimes you're having a difficulty creating your duct. Like for example, you want to create a riser, a duct that is going up from here, going up, right? So from starting here, going up. So it's a bit difficult to create that in the floor plan. So that's why you need to create a section. So in the section view, like for example here, at least you can create the duct here, systems, duct, and then you can create from here, like for example, like that. So you can create from there. There you go. And then after that, so let's say I'm just going to copy this air terminal here. So I'm going to copy that. I place one here. This is just an example, just to show you that you can also create your ductwork in your floor plan, or I mean in your section view. Okay, so like for example that. There you go. So here you can click your air terminal, and then you can click that icon. So you'll be able to create your duct there. You can click from here, and then you can now pick there, right? Or you can click that. Let's try the connect into. Let's click that. Connect into. There you go. Okay. Click that. Connect into. Let's pick that. And then you can convert that to a flex duct later on. Okay. Now, if I'm going to highlight this again and then click, so I'm going to create a selection box from that. Okay. So this is now how it looks like, right? Okay. Click that. So I'm just showing you that you are able to create also if you are in the section. So sometimes it is much better to create your layout in the section view or elevation view so that you'll be able to create it accurately. Okay, and another thing that I would like to share with you guys is going back to our model here. Okay, so another option, like for example, I create a duct here. I create another duct here. This is just another example. Oops, it's too high. So the reason why I can't see the duct because it's too high, as you can see, the elevation is 7,355. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, so I'm not going to change the elevation here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to create another duct, but I'm going to activate inherit elevation. Okay, it inherits the elevation of the element being snapped to. This is very useful. Like for example, you want to create another duct here. Okay, so when you select your duct, even if you have here a different elevation, but if you click inherit elevation here, so when you snap here, it will inherit that. Take take note of the middle elevation. Check that one. So once I click here, so you will notice it will change automatically, right? It will inherit the elevation. Okay. Oh, so I must. Okay, I have created a different system here. So because this system is supplied, this system is returned. Let me just undo. Okay, let me just do it properly. So let me go back again to duct. So the default here is system air, return air. So let me just change that to supply. Okay, again, the height here is 7,000. So I'm going to select inherit elevation. Now, I want to inherit also the size of this. So I'm going to activate also inherit size, which is very useful. Okay, you see, it inherits the size of the duct as well as the elevation. There you go. Okay, so don't forget that tool, that option. Okay, so it really saves a lot of time when doing your layout. Okay, so basically that's how you create your duct manually. Remember, you can create that in your plan view, section view, elevation view, or even in the 3D view. Okay, so don't forget these techniques that we have learned. And again, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. All right? So once again, thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.